computer science video with me, Mr Goff, for MrGoff.com. This video will focus on computability. Computability is about understanding the limits of computation. That is, what can and can't be computed. Algorithmic complexity limits what can be computed. This is because some algorithms are so complex that they cannot be solved in a reasonable amount of time. The amount of processing power and storage available can also limit what can be computed. We can only calculate what we have sufficient RAM and processing power to calculate. Tractable and intractable problems are both types of problems that can be solved. Tractable problems can be solved in a reasonable amount of time, that is, polynomial or less. Intractable problems can be solved, but not in a reasonable amount of time, for example, exponential time or factorial time. It's important to make the distinction that we're not talking about unsolvable problems. When trying to develop a solution for intractable problems, programmers often rely on what are known as heuristic methods. A heuristic solution is an imperfect but sufficient solution that sacrifices perfection for execution speed. They allow for reasonable solutions to be developed to intractable problems, such as the travelling salesman problem. The travelling salesman problem is a well-known problem that asks you to try and calculate the shortest distance between a range of towns, visiting each town once and only once, and returning back to the same point as from where you started. One of the simplest heuristic methods that might be applied would be for the salesman to each time visit the next nearest unvisited town. This results in a less efficient solution, but one that could be calculated in a reasonable amount of time for a large number of cities. The halting problem asks whether there can be a machine H that for any given program and its input can determine if the program will run forever or at some point halt. Alan Turing was able to provide a proof that while it is possible to determine whether a specific program will halt given specific input, it is not possible to do so for any program and any input, proving that some problems are not computable. You don't have to be able to understand the proof, just the concept of what it means, that some problems are not computable. That brings us to the end of this video on computability. Join me again in the next video when I'll be looking at the Turing machine. Use the resources at MrGoff.com to help you revise computer science, and until next time, it's bye for now.